I have two of my really good friends with me. We've got Hydro of Hydro Fitness and Hydro DJ and Hydro, like lots of things. And we've got Mishaal, my good friend, who, I don't really know what she does, but for me, we used to work together, and now she's sitting here on the pod with us. So she can maybe tell us what she does as we go through.
I will tell you, just don't call me Hydros plus one.
I will not call you. So Mishaal plus one.
Yeah, I can be
Mishaal
Mishal's
plus one. That's fine.
No
Look
problem.
at him, so comfortable being Mishaal plus one.
Of course.
Yeah, but it's also true. It's not just because it's a joke.
Fact. I mean, that's the energy. That's the energy that I like. That's why
It
we're
is
all
true.
friends here. Poor Hydro, stuck between the two of us.
Yeah,
today.
Yes.
So basically,
Yeah.
this is something new that we're trying out on 89, and let's hope that it works. And who better to start this off with than two of my really really good friends, who
sweet.
I know are probably one of the most interesting people that you're going to actually get to know. So I wanted to actually, the reason why I invited you guys over onto this is because you guys, I get a lot of inspiration. I've seen you guys from day dot to now,
That is true.
and I get a lot of inspiration from you guys in the sense that you guys are couple goals, and that's sort of if you cry, we get such good views.
No, that was cringe.
No, don't be mean. You guys are couple goals though, like, because
Okay,
every
sweet.
time, we hang out as a group, we hang out like separately. I know you guys separately as well. And every time I've had such a great time with you guys. And there are certain things that you guys do, the way that you guys are with each other, which I would love for everyone else to see too. Only because, we'll get into it. There are so many things that I have so many questions that I've put down that I want to ask.
Awesome. I'm so excited.
Let's start with your origin story.
All right. So I'll take this one.
Of course, do it.
So I met Hydro when he was... So I met him at a friend's house. All right. And
Not like a Pakistani drama. He's not your cousin.
Thank God for that. Thank God for that. No.
This is how normal people meet.
Yes. And so I saw him a couple of times, and I never got to meet him for some odd reason, because every time I saw him, he'd be running out of the house. All right. And I used to kind of just jump out of the car and be like, why don't you stay back for like a little bit? And I didn't know him from Adam.
Yeah.
And he'd just be like, no, I got to feed my dog. And I'd be like, okay, cool. It happened twice, thrice, and then there was solace happening, right? So I knew that he was invited, and I messaged him. I was like, hey, I'm really scared of like huge crowds. Why don't you come along with me? So he's like, no, actually, I can't.
And you saying this when you were actually working also backstage Solace, because we were all there together.
Yes.
But you are smart.
Yes.
I think you did the voiceover also, like something for Solace, right?
Yeah, that is
Yes, she
correct.
did. So a lot of the voiceover that you hear on 89, this one right here.
Yeah, I really
Well,
liked that one.
So he's like, no, I'm not coming. And then we had to go to the same friend's house later at night. Again, when I got there, he was about to leave again. And he's like, oh, I got to feed my dog again. So I said to him, why can't your dog wait a couple of hours?
Yeah.
Just hang around. And he's like, okay, fine, whatever. Then my friend told me that I should join the gym because I used to eat a lot.
And that's Hydro's gym.
That is Hydro's gym. And
Like the chase was real, huh? Yeah. I'm just realizing the chase was real.
So, wow, you didn't know that she was chasing you this
no,
hard?
I did have an idea, but she would never accept it. And
Of
today,
course
like,
not.
I don't know, like, things are going
Because even
the other way
that is
around.
selective
there's a
perception.
lot. There's a lot that I'm learning too. Because
Yeah.
back then she was all cool, smooth,
Like,
cool,
from getting
collected.
out of the car and, like, telling me to stay and then telling me to... And, okay.
anyone who knows me
Nice.
knows I love making new friends.
Yeah.
Right? So that was it. Because he was so reserved. He was so weird and mysterious. I was just like, what the hell is his deal?
Yeah.
That was it. And then instantly he fell in love.
Okay, no, okay. But I did, of course.
Yeah.
Of course I did. Hence, I'm married to you.
And then I freaked out. And
Yeah.
I was like, we're just friends.
I remember those days.
Yeah. And
Okay, so we got your perspective.
okay.
Now let's get
his.
Hydro's perspective.
Okay, I'll be very honest. So whatever she said is absolutely right. I was the kind of person who was like I'm still is like I am like an introvert, but Mishi changed that for me like on another level. So when I got to know her, she was actually the first human in my life who told me how to live life, and because I was only work oriented, I would sleep like I still sleep during the week very early, but even weekends for me was like sleeping at 10:30, 11, waking up at 6, go for my run, clients. Like
Yeah.
it was like I would live like a robot, like a soldier, you know.
Yeah.
And then she came into my life and showed me what love, what life, what being happy, and how to like reward yourself, and
Yeah.
how to like if you work Monday to Friday, then you need to like let it out, make friends. So actually, when she met me, I had myself and my dog. That's it. That was my life and my clients, my work, and that was it.
So for the people that actually, I mean, everyone knows you, but for
Yeah.
the people that actually don't know you, your work back then used to be the gym that you were running.
Yeah.
And then you had your own fitness goals as well that you were working up towards.
100% still am.
So I mean, give them a little bit of a perspective as to
Yeah.
what a normal day in your life was.
All right, so I'm a fitness trainer,
Yeah.
and I've been training since the past 11 years. My first client happened when I was 25, and I'm almost 36 now in a few months. So 11 years, the grind has been real, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. till I met her. I would work till 11 p.m. Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
And I had a small job in the middle, so I would wake up at 6, go to this very like cheap gym in
Yeah.
Defense. I would clean the gym every morning because they would shut really late at night. So by the time I would come back, the dumbbells weren't dragged. You know, it was
And
dirty.
we know how you are with cleaning.
So
Oh,
I used to
yes.
go an hour earlier, clean the whole gym myself, because back then I was just a trainer.
Yeah.
You know, and no one knew me. No one trusted what I was delivering and what
Yeah.
I was giving to my clients. So I had to prove myself. So I would clean everything, make it nice. My clients would start 7 to 12, 11:30 a.m. I would work back to back. I would chow in the same gym, run to a jeweler shop in Forum. I don't know if I can take the name, but I used to work at Chotani's. I was a salesperson there. I would sell rings and gold and
Oh,
all
wow.
of that.
Okay. I didn't know this.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, it was crazy. Like,
fascinating.
it was a real hustle,
Hustle,
right?
yeah.
My aim was to just make something out of myself.
So
you
we're
know?
not just doing your original stories, we're also doing your individual original
100%.
stories.
So that happened. So I would do that, then shut the store, then come back to the gym, take clients 8 p.m. onwards, and I would work till like 11, 12. So I would sleep for 4 or 5 hours every day.
Okay, that's
And then this beautiful human came into my life, and she's like, dude, you need to stop. You know, life is short, kal ka kuch pata nahi hai. Like, what are you doing? So I have a balance now. And, you know, and this is the biggest gift that she's given me, that I actually feel now for people. I
Yeah.
have a heart. I wouldn't say I didn't have one, but I wasn't open to give it to anyone. So, you know, I had friends,
Except your
I had
dog.
relationships in my life, except my dog. Yeah. Even till today, it's like, it's a mission, you know.
So was that also like a check once you met her and she liked your dog just as much as you did?
That's what I said. Like, it's still a struggle right now, because
still a struggle.
right now it's like a love and a hate relationship with my dog. I don't even say our dog,
Who
because
was-
I don't even feel saying that way.
Who was more possessive, your dog of you or her of you?
Oh, random days. Either it'll be Roydy or it'll be Mishi. You know, it's literally that. You know. So, so since she started working like at home, like she has a remote job now, so
They've
they
gotten
spend
closer.
a lot of time. So I feel now, after like almost 4 years of us getting married, that okay, now I see improvement. You know,
Right.
They play. I was like, okay, thank God this is happening.
Yeah.
So you know, yeah. So this is my story. You know, when she came into my life, I'll be very honest. Yes, I took my time, not because I was okay. Why is she coming in my life? That's how I was. Like, that's how I am. But when she came in, it was just, you know, I'm very blessed and very lucky to have her in
This
my
is something that I did want to also like touch upon was, you know, normally people ask you how do each one of you complement each other, because one of the things about couples is that you balance each other off, right? There's certain things that you have in your personality and he has in his, and that when it comes together, you kind of fit like a puzzle piece and balance each other off.
Right.
So what are the things that, I mean, you already told us that she made a big difference to your life, where she taught you how to actually live life and not just be stuck in this routine?
Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
When Mishi came into my life, it had been like over 6 years that I was in Karachi only. I was just working. And since the past 3 years that we've been married, I've traveled like, I don't know, 6 times already.
Yeah.
So this is huge, right? Like
Yeah.
these are like the things that I'm like, okay, thank God she came in my life, So, she's,
You see?
He's also going to get lots of brownie points from this,
Yeah.
like after this.
No, but it's
No,
true.
he's a
though.
kind man.
Yes. How did he? What is it that he does that complements you and that you needed in your life?
So you've known me a very long time.
Yeah.
And you've probably seen the change.
Yes, I have.
I was insane. Like insane in a sense that, okay, he says he's now balanced because he was on the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Right? For me, he grounded me in a sense that he got discipline in my life. For someone who didn't think that she needed enough sleep because I would rather go out, meet people because life is too short.
Yeah.
I didn't take any time out for myself.
Health-wise.
Everything.
And okay. Yeah,
Everything. So when I say time out for myself, I'd always be in this freaking loop of like pleasing people. So I didn't care that, I didn't sleep, I didn't eat well, I didn't, do a lot of things that I should have been doing for myself. Like I learned how to say no because of him.
Yeah.
Before that, there was no concept of saying no to anyone ever.
Yeah.
Okay, there's still like a part of me when he sleeps on Sundays, it still drives me nuts. Because for me, it's so important that I can't waste time, I can't waste a day of my life.
Yes.
So when he sleeps and he says, pause and hold on, and we can just chill,
Yeah.
I still struggle with that, but I'm still learning. So he's added to my life in a lot of ways where I've become kinder for sure. That for sure.
Yes, you
Yes.
have. That I can. So the
Yes.
thing is, with you, you were always a really kind person. You have
Yeah,
both great
exactly.
heart,
I was
and
about to
that's
say
what
the
you
same
guys,
thing.
I'm assuming, fell for each other for.
But I
also.
believe everyone is kind, everyone is beautiful. It's
Yeah.
all about meeting the right people who can bring the best out of you.
Absolutely.
So, so I think Mishi brought the best out of me and I tried to bring the best out of her. So we complement each other in that manner. And what the best thing about me and Mishi is that we work as one unit.
Right.
You know, and we don't bring our egos in our life, because if you do that, especially like, even with friends and family, and especially with your partner, if you bring your ego, it won't work. And communication. This is one thing that we work a lot on, is communicate whatever the issue is. We barely have silent days. We do, of course, we're married, there are times, but we try to not sleep without
Fixing it.
Yeah.
You
So I was going to say, what are the little things when it comes to communication that you that are like rules for you for the sake of your relationship?
Yeah.
So like for me, because I have a bunch of friends, I always have plans.
Yeah.
So if I know that we're not okay, even if I really want to go out, but in my mind, I got to fix this before I do anything else. And it sounds very sort of strange that I say this, but
it makes sense.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like it's deep that I'm saying I want to go out, but that's just who I am.
Yeah.
So,
but some people say that, you should never sleep angry, or you should never, but it's a cool thing that even before leaving the house, you're like, no, but I want to fix it and then go.
No, it's the little things that matter, so if I come back from work, or if Mishi is coming back up, if I'm home earlier or whatever, we make sure that we're going to hug, we're going to, kiss and greet each other. And yeah, but it's true, right? Like,
he's trying to keep it PG.
And like, if we're about to go to sleep, if like during the week she doesn't sleep, we don't have the same timings, right? So like I go to sleep very early, and I understand that, even though I would love her to come with me, but she doesn't. But so it'll be good night, hug, like these little, and this is what makes a relationship healthy.
That's the thing. People forget.
We forget the little things.
And the nuances of a relationship.
Yeah, respecting each other.
So for me, like if I know that for him, he loves a clean house that smells beautiful, looks great, it's cold, all of those things.
I love that about him.
Yeah.
Can I just say, every time I come over, I know that's one of the reasons we also became
Yeah, I
friends.
know, because
Right.
we're both clean freaks.
Because
like,
I
proper.
walked into his apartment the first time,
Yeah.
and there were two things
Oh,
that
in the Jason one, yeah? Yeah.
There were two things. I walked in, and the first thing I noticed was how clean it was. There was a coaster everywhere. You know,
Yeah.
you came and served us, and it went right on the coaster.
Yeah.
And I was meeting him as your significant other for the first time, and I was
Yeah.
just like judging him, you know, because I'm your friend at that time. I was
Sure,
your
yeah.
and I was just like, you know, check one.
Did you notice my comic books?
That's
Asterix and everything.
that.
Yeah.
That was
I know we
the
bonded
that was
on
the
that.
final nail. I was
Yeah.
like, we bonded over this. I was like, I literally
good.
looked at him and I was like, marry him. He's the one for
He's
you. And
the
she's
one.
like, but I'm not into comic books. I'm like, that's not the point. Your friend is. He is. It's done.
Yeah.
And for me, like when even like it helps like when it comes to my work and my relationships, whoever I'm friends or like I'm married to you and my parents, wherever.
Yeah.
I believe in the experience. You know, even when I go to my in-laws or wherever I go, I try to be, and this is what she's taught me. I would never be present. I would always think, okay, what I'll do next hour, let's plan. I still do that, and she makes me snap out of it. She's like, Hydro, stop thinking.
Yeah.
You know, kal ka kal dekh. Even right now, after the book, okay, Mishi, we have to do this. She's like, Hydro, chill. I was like, okay, we'll talk about this after the podcast. So now what I do, and it helps a lot, is the experience. You know, to make like you said, when you came home, everything was clean, it was smelled good. So I believe in, you know, having the right experience and the right ambiance just to create the vibe, you know.
I know.
Like
Yeah.
with love and positivity.
And that goes a long way.
Yeah.
That goes a long way. But coming to communication again, like I just want to stay on that for a bit. Is honesty the best policy?
Always.
I think so, yes.
Always.
How far do we take that? Like
As
for
far
the
as
big
you
stuff,
want.
for sure.
As far as you want. Because I feel in order to hide one thing, which is the cool way of saying it, that I kept this information from you,
Yeah.
instead of saying I lied.
Yeah.
When you start doing that, you have so many things that you have to keep to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're honest, and with Hydro and me, we're best friends.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah, we're best friends. Like, literally, there's nothing that he doesn't know about my life. There's nothing that I don't know about
You know, it's
him.
exactly like, you're never gonna lie to your best friend. Actually, you're gonna call and pick up the phone and say, oh, dude, I messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm coming over right now. So this is the kind of relationship I have with Mish. If there's something wrong, even if I did something wrong, or Mishi or vice versa, Mishi will call me. She's like, I messed up. We need to talk.
And that's usually me.
You
When
know?
I'd be like, listen, I messed up again.
You know?
How
So lying
long
is
ago
not
was that?
something which
How
we
long
believe.
ago was that?
The last time you did that.
I think it happens very often. I'm not gonna lie. And 1 second, my birthday, by the way,
Oh my God.
which is coming in a month.
Oh, yes, we know.
Yes.
The countdown starts, and I
Yeah.
feel so bad for you for this.
It's too
The
much pressure.
countdown, so much pressure.
My birthday, it's like a yearly thing.
I know.
That we're gonna have the biggest fight.
Oh.
The biggest fight.
I was going more towards the you make your birthday like such a big deal.
That's
the first
why.
time I met you,
That is why it happens.
she
right?
came up
Because
to
it's
me
never
and
enough.
celebrated. She came up to me, she's like, you didn't wish me. I'm like, for what? Your birthday's not right now. It's my half birthday.
Yeah, I know. Half cake
Yeah.
every year, so in 8th of Feb, right? It's
Yes.
the 8th of Feb,
Yeah.
right? So 8th of Feb, maybe we'll have like a half cake that comes and, you know.
Can't believe
And
she's
then
still
8th
doing
of
this.
August, Pito, it's the whole week. You know, like it took me 2 years to understand that, okay, I cannot go to work
Yeah.
on her birthday because
Yes.
That's
Because
like-
everyone celebrates.
So, yeah. So I need to plan my
I'm
like...
having
I
PTSD
know,
from
I know.
all
I'm
those
stressed.
times.
I'm getting like sweaty palms already. Like, I have less than a month now, so I'm like, okay, God.
Yeah. When was the last time you had a big blow up?
So there's a few things that I do that I know that will piss him off because I'm taking away from things that really matter to him. But it's also stemming from the point that please don't sleep over the weekends.
Okay, so that's something
I
that
try.
she's...
I
yeah.
try because the thing
But
is...
he doesn't have buttons. And I'm not that kind of person.
Yes, but every couple I have noticed has this thing where they like to see how far they can push it with their significant other before they, I wouldn't say break, but
yeah.
before they react. Right? My sister does this with her her
Okay,
husband.
so
And
I'll-
I was like, why are you doing this? She's like, because I want to see how far I can push.
Okay,
I don't know his buttons,
No,
honestly.
so basically, I'll tell you, it's like, I think I feel really lucky right now
Yeah.
to say this, but we believe, like at least me, like even if it's at work or wherever, I want peace in my life.
Yeah.
So for that, like I will not do anything, and my mental health and my peace and my to have a great day, I need to be in good terms with her. Like if we have a fight,
Yeah.
I can't function. Like like she said, she won't be able to chill or go out at night. So for me, even at work, I'll be like, okay, I have to fix this because she's my homie, man. She's my best friend. Like if you upset your best friend, you're not okay. Like back in the mind, and she's good at like switching off things. I can't. Like for me, it's one brain. One thing is kharab, the whole chain is kharab. So we don't push each other in that manner. Like I try to keep her happy all the time. Like memes every morning, bro. Like the love memes, this, that.
Yeah,
It
sweet.
goes daily.
No, but he's very kind. He does the sweet things, where you feel like when you're just starting your relationship, men do.
Yeah.
He still does that. For example, today, like he sent me this beautiful video on Instagram and he wrote me like a long paragraph saying, I love you, you're my everything, you put a smile on my face every day. And just waking up to that and having that reassurance like every single day of your life really is something that keeps you going.
You
Of
really
course.
have changed her.
I
Because
have, right? For you, this is like not Mishaal.
this is
Mishaal,
not
right?
Mishaal to even appreciate this kind of stuff. Because the Mishaal I knew, if you sent her one of these,
But should I tell
she'd
you?
she'd throw a like one of those cat memes. What was that? Nibbi Nibba?
Yeah, the cat like out of the car, like I'm coming to you.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah. One of those, or she would just message back being like, "What's wrong with you? Why are you being nice to me?" So that's the
But
Mishaal
what's
I
the
remember.
funny part? Like when we'll sit in the car, she'll be like, "Why did I say this? Why did I feel that way?" So I'm telling you, it's like two
It's a
people.
struggle
Yeah, it's a struggle.
inside.
She's struggling, but the struggle is real, and I appreciate
But you
it. I
have
appreciate
you
it.
have brought out a different side of her, which I really appreciate.
No, I'm
because
very happy because
it's
I
fun
think
to see this
of
side.
Of course, it's very
I
important.
rarely see it. The memes I get are very different.
Yeah.
I'm sure he sends you messages being like, I hope you have a great day. I hope, when
All
you're going
day,
off.
yeah.
So he's like your biggest cheerleader, essentially.
Always,
right?
always.
What is it that you do to cheerlead him on?
I'm honestly like, I honestly don't, I'm going to be very honest. It's not in my personality to kind of go out of my way to show that, I really care about you.
That's another way that you guys
Yeah.
balance each other off.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
more expressive.
Very expressive.
You're not, but you do it in a different way.
Yeah.
What is that way?
So for me, like, obviously, I don't know. Like, I'm just myself.
There's certain
Like
things
I
you
should
do.
answer
I-
that.
I
because
don't
Yeah,
know,
I think
Because
because she won't even realize it.
Yeah.
This
That's-
kind of stuff.
And I feel it.
Okay,
Yeah.
the reason why I'm not being able to answer this question is because I honestly think I do nothing.
No, exactly. That's what she
It's-
feels. So I'll
yeah.
tell you how she's there for me. If she feels like I'm her biggest cheerleader and I'm there for her and I keep the vibe high throughout. That's how I see things when it comes to her. But what she does for me is she gives me that feeling of assurance. She gives me that peace that I can call her or ask her for anything in any capacity. I know I have one human in my life who will not say no, not judge me, and be there for me.
Right.
And that kind of feeling is something that no one has given me ever.
Right.
Where I know that there will be zero judgments. She will be there for me, even if I'm the wrong. At that point in time, if there's the need, she will be there for me. Maybe later she'll be like, "Hydro, you screwed up. This was not okay." But that assurance is what I live for. She is just like in and out there.
And
for
also
me.
honesty. I feel like her being brutally honest sometimes, because that's what I get from her. Because it's not just about the two of you. It's also I'm here too.
I know.
This is the other thing that I get from her is the brutal. I know for a fact that if I call her up and I'm like, "Listen, I need your help with something," and I tell her this is the situation, I know for a fact she's not going to sugarcoat it. She's going to tell me straight up.
Yeah.
And that's one of the qualities that like I love, because I look for that in my
like
friends.
all my videos,
I want my
all
friends to be
captions,
brutally honest.
Mishi's like, "Hydro, what are you writing? Delete that." Man, Mishi, it's such a good caption. No. Video. I spent like an hour to make the reel and I'm like, "Mishi, all happy going. Mishi, can you check this reel?" And then feedback, bro. Like I'm like, "Dude, I'm not your client. No, this is not okay. Actually, Hydro, I think we have to reshoot it.
But it works now.
It works. It
It
works.
works. She knows.
I'll be very honest, I'm not that great like taking feedback from.
No, you're terrible
I'm
at it.
terrible, and especially if I've put
Yeah.
like a lot of effort and love
Yeah.
into something, then I'm like, they should love it, you know. But she helps me, and that's where the trust thing comes, right? So I trust her, and I'm like, okay, let's do it, whatever. And then it always turns out, and I like after 4 days of the video going out, I'm like, Mishi, you were so right, you know, stuff like that.
But also, you know, when you said that you appreciate me being honest.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for me, I do have people in my life who don't want me to be very honest with what I feel. Because if you're my friend,
Yeah.
I will tell you the way that I'm thinking about it, because the only motive that I have is your happiness or your
Right.
well-being.
Yeah.
But
there are people who just want to hear what they want to hear.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's where I really struggle. So,
Right.
you know, when I said to him that you're terrible at taking feedback, we actually have fights about like the I think the most trivial sort of issues that we have are about like me telling him, Hydro, as little as, okay, when you spoke to that person, the person smiled at you twice and you were looking the other way. And that's not cool.
Let's dive a little bit into the kind of activities that you get up to, not with me, otherwise. As a couple, there's a bunch of stuff that, you know, before that, you guys live on your own. It's just the two of you.
Yeah.
It's not like some joint family system where there are like so many different elements and whatnot to balance out, because that is a lot of people out there live in joint families, and then managing that is difficult. But now that I have the two of you, we can talk about the aspect of you guys got married, you moved into your own place, it's just the two of
Yeah.
you. How does that work? How is that dynamic different to what you were used to before with living with your families and
Okay,
now?
so it, like, I'll be very honest, like, I'm not gonna say it's like it's all like in the movies that it's great living, you know.
On your own.
I think so though.
Okay, good. Okay, so it becomes a bit challenging at times also, especially when you're living in Karachi, because there is nothing to do.
Fact.
Yeah.
And me and Mishi like do not like going out and eat that much, because we only have like two restaurants, like we can count on our finger that we like going, and how
Yeah.
much can you go? We can't go like every day. So
Yeah.
we do go out like over the weekends, we make plans, and during the week we're really busy with work.
Yeah.
And you know, like Karachi is not a happening city, you know, like, and everyone's like, everything's indoors, everything's that. So it becomes a bit challenging to like make it happen and like everyday daily thing. But the only thing which is very good between us is that we really love our company, you know. So me coming back to work, I'm every day, like it's almost 4 years, but or 5 years that I've known her, I'm as excited getting
Right.
home, you know. Like I'll message her, okay, I'm coming, she'll be like, yay, like dance more to go on, you know. And then we come, it's like a party, woohoo, you know.
Just the two of you.
Yeah,
Just
having
the
a
two of
party.
us. Yeah.
Just the two of us. So, you know, it's so, but and we're big dreamers. We dream a lot. We talk, okay, guess we'll be in Thailand next year, or we'll be in Europe, we'll be doing this, we'll be that.
So that's part of your activities where you
we
sit and
talk
plan
about-
for your next
we
holiday. Because I know
no,
that
not
Mishaal...
even holiday. I said dream. Holiday to what? Dream
Ah.
hai कि we will be like living in an island, retired, waking up, having coconut water,
I love
be
it.
working at the beach, and you know, like, but
Workout फिर भी उसी
Workout
ज़रूरी है,
होना है.
workout ज़रूरी है.
Workout
Workout
ज़रूरी
is,
है.
you know, it's, you know,
Yeah.
workout for me, it's not even the physical aspect, to be very honest. For me, it's this. It's my mental health. You know, even if I'm sick, like, of
Yeah.
course, I tell my clients also, when you're sick, you're not supposed to work out. I'll take my 1 or day off. But even if I'm not feeling that great, I'll take it slow. But just for my mental health, I'll do my 15-minute movement or whatever. So for me, it's for my sanity, for my endorphins. So yeah, coming back to the point, I would love to be living with Mishi somewhere else, sadly, because we are young, and especially Mishi lives on people's vibes. She loves meeting people. She's happier. And you know, when you get married, what's the main aim? The main aim is to keep your partner happy and to keep the whole relationship happy. And I know Mishi will be way more happier if she's around people.
Yeah.
And here, sadly, you only have like, how many people can you know?
Yeah.
Karachi is this small.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, it's a vicious cycle. It's very repetitive.
Yeah.
So even though we love it, because we try to make the best out of what we have, but
Okay, so that's the negative side of it.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
So the way that we kind of like cope with our day-to-day stuff is, one, you know, I love playing games.
Yes.
So board games. So
Board
that is
games.
something. So I've got my entire table and I've got games
Lined
like
up,
till
yeah.
till here.
Yeah.
And someday or the other, I'm just gonna be like, okay, this is what I want to play. This is what I want to play. And he does not like playing games. He does not. So during COVID, I remember because everything was shut, it was just him and I, and every day of my life, I forced him to play Monopoly with me. Every day.
And not
Because
once
he
the-
used to be so bad at it. He used to be so bad at
Poor
it.
guy.
And I
Every
used to
every
lose.
games
Like,
night that
imagine
we've
I-
planned.
Okay, she said for a year, right?
Yeah.
So imagine after the third game of my life, I know I'm gonna lose for the rest of my life, and I still played for a year, because the
Yes.
happiness and the joy after the last move, and she's like, "Oh, I won, we can pack," and then she's happy, mood, tiptoe, dancing, and I'm like, "Great, I'll do it."
Yeah.
Ab wo kabhi ek ghanta, 2 hours, you're just playing. You know how Monopoly goes, man.
Also, I know Mishaal. I have played games with her. She is so annoyingly competitive.
Yes, I am.
So annoyingly competitive.
I know. It's just
So
frustrating.
how do you deal with that?
So what we've started doing now, like thankfully now we've found like very close friends, a couple who loves playing board games. So
But
now
Maha
if she,
Chang also loved playing games.
yeah, but no, I'm just okay. So Maha and Changit, but they don't live here anymore. So I was just talking about. So we go over the weekends, we play board games, and even if she loses, the focus is not on me only, because there are two other opponents, right? So gari mein mood kharab hoega, she'll be upset, she'll be cranky, but at least it's not only my fault.
I thought you were going to be like, no, she's become a lot better. She's like, no.
No.
It's the
No.
same, like after, like if one weekend she's lost, the whole week she's just making
Strategizing.
strategies.
Yeah.
How am
building
I
it.
going to beat them next
Yeah,
time?
yeah, and then she makes it happen. She's
We used
very
to
good
play
at it.
games here at work. We used to literally
I know.
We used to take an hour off in a week. No, we would have insane amounts of work, but that 1 hour we had to sit down and play a
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
And it was so annoying. Because I honestly, I would get anxiety because I'd be like, oh my God, I have to play with Mishaal.
Yeah.
She's so competitive.
Yeah, she's
And this one other thing that I really love about us spending time together is he cooks for me. That is awesome.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Mishaal,
love
what do you
cooking.
cook? This was a question that was sent in by a
Please don't say
fan
Alduga.
of 89. Yes, the third of our friends.
No, can I tell
she
you-
sent a question in. She was like, "Who cooks what?"
Okay, so I won't tell you
What
what
do you
She
cooks.
also give
What do you cook?
Instagram
Alduga.
stories. She makes Instagram stories.
Okay, so I won't tell you the name of the dish that she cooks, but I'll tell you the vibe. So when she cooks,
Yeah.
and it happens maybe twice a week. So
Oh,
that's
really?
a lot, right?
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Because I was expecting Maggie noodles once a week.
Oh,
That's what
you
it is.
got it. You got it. That's why I said I'm not gonna name what she
I know,
cooks. But
my
it's a
friend.
whole vibe, bro. Like if I come, she's like, okay, I'm making food today. And it's great. And then the plate comes out.
अच्छा,
The
पर
packet
music
comes
भी on
out.
होता है.
Music
Yeah, yeah.
on होता है. Kitchen is on. The music is there. The scissors, the little sachets, everything happens. The microwave, and then see,
Is it
Hydro-
like an elevated? Also, she adds things to
No,
it.
no, nothing.
same.
It's
Oh.
just the packet, put
Okay.
it in the microwave,
But
take it
that's
out.
dinner.
I was going
and-
to say it's an experience.
Yeah, and it's all about the actions, right?
Yeah.
And then she brings it to me, and I feel happy. But yeah,
And I
that's
bring
what she
it to
cooks.
him, and I'm like, okay, today I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
And then when he eats it, and I'm like, isn't it brilliant?
You sit
Yeah.
there and watch him while he takes his first
yeah,
bite.
always. And she's like, okay, this one's like the best. I'm like, yeah, Mishi, this one tastes really like a bit different. Yeah, you're right. This one's really good. And I have it, and
Sweet.
it's like a thing. But yeah, I cook.
And what does he cook?
Oh, he's really good at
The whole
making.
pop-up menu.
Yeah. For our anniversary this year, because it was Ramzan, so we couldn't go out. So we're like, okay, we're just gonna do like our date night at home. And then he's like, okay, Mishi, you go shower, chill, and I got this. And I was like, great. Okay, I showered and I come out, and he's making like steak and mashed potatoes and beans and all of that, and the entire
protein.
Proteins.
Yeah.
It was black pepper steaks with mashed potatoes and assorted French beans.
yeah. Okay.
And
I'm
So-
coming over.
Please
So
do.
when
You're making
I-
it for
Please
me.
do. With
So
Dijon
when I-
mustard sauce, it was so good.
Yeah, it's happening.
Okay,
Please
I'm
do.
done. So when I came out, the entire place is set with like candles and lovely music, and there's jazz playing, and he's put on the lights in the balcony, and everything is set. And I just come in and I was like, I'm so hungry. Where's the food? So he's like, yeah, I just need 30 minutes. I was like, okay, fine. And I was like, do you need any help? So he's like, no, Mishi, you please go sit. I was like, great. And that was my contribution to the whole like date night. But
Yeah.
when it comes to him making food, I think he makes everyone's like breakfast. So like Maha Chang used to come over a lot for Sunday
Sunday
brunches.
Maha
breakfast,
Chang
yeah.
being there, her sister and her husband.
Yes,
So shout out
yes.
to them.
Mhm. Shout out to
Maha
them.
and Chang, I can't go without like
Yeah,
taking their
of
names.
course, obviously.
Yeah. So he would make like really like fancy, like sort of, I don't know, what all do you make?
Oh, so I love making waffles, pancakes, crepes.
Yeah.
This is like only on a Sunday, by the way. Like
Of
when
course.
we're cheating, you know.
Bangers
Yeah.
and mash and
Yeah,
like
yeah, I
really good
remember.
shit.
And scrambled eggs that I make, like my special ones. Like they're very, very good. You should come over, please.
I'm coming for the Hydro
Let's do
special.
it.
I'm
Let's
coming
do
for
it.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Let's do
It's
it.
happening.
And
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
eat eggs, so he has to make something else for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, bangers and mash was good. Was good. It was
Yeah.
Good
really
stuff.
nice.
I wanted to actually, previously, but right before we were talking about, we got into the food and stuff and the activities, I wanted to actually ask about shared goals. You were saying that, you sit and you dream and you sit and you talk about
Yeah.
what you want to do. Do you guys ever make plans for, okay, 1 year from now, 6 months from now, 8 years from now, 10 years from now? What are the shared dreams and goals that you guys have, and then are there separate ones, or are there separate ones that you now have made into shared goals?
Do you want to answer
Do you
this?
talk about
Yeah?
this? Do you
Do you wanna
guys?
answer this?
do we have shared goals?
Or should I answer this?
Yeah,
Okay,
you
sorry.
answer.
So, like I said, we are very different. I think by the end of this podcast, everyone would know that we're like poles apart. But
But it works.
But it works, and opposite attracts. So our goals are very, very poles apart again.
Yeah.
And I'm that kind of guy who believes in finishing and killing my day. That my day 2 will be a connection of what I did yesterday.
Right.
Okay, so kind of not living in the present, working for tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes, and it happens, and it works also because I try to check all my stuff that I want to do, like wake up early, respect, be honest, work hard, stay clean, be good to your wife, be good to your friends.
Stay clean.
So it works for me, it's
Yeah.
karma, it's nature, right?
Yeah.
And Mishi is she's very intelligent, she's very hardworking, but her priorities are I do all of this so that I can have fun
Yeah.
with my people and with herself in life.
Yeah.
So now, so it's like two energies together. The goal is to be happy for sure, but our paths are very different at this point in time. She works really, really hard, but she would work for a crazy vacation. She would work to take 2 months. And for me, even right now saying it, I'm freaking out. Okay, how will I leave my gym for like a month?
Yeah.
So it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
But do you agree with this or no?
Yeah, but in terms of a shared goal, I think both of us have now come to sort of realize, unfortunately, we don't. So if you were to see the trajectory, like in Pakistan, it's not going as well as we imagined that it
Yeah.
would for the both of us.
It's getting harder and harder
It is.
for
Very
regular
hard working.
people
No, for
to.
small business owners like me.
Yeah.
Dude,
so
it's very hard.
with working the amount that all of us do,
Yeah.
we deserve a better life, right? And unfortunately, everyone, I think we kept kind of making excuses for ourselves also because it's comfort at the end of the day. But if you want a happy life where you feel like, okay, I work for this and I deserve this,
Yeah.
I think we would want to kind of move out somewhere so that he kind of excels. So right now, obviously, you know that he's worked really, really, really hard. But what opportunities does he have?
Very
Nothing.
limited,
So we're gonna. I wanted to actually jump into just for a quick second,
Yeah.
jump into your journey, because it's been a pretty big journey,
Yeah.
at least in my opinion. Because I've like things that I've learned today, where you
Yeah.
used to literally do like 3 jobs,
Yeah.
and to where you are now, still doing 3 jobs by the way, but killing it and doing it the best way possible. So like, tell me a little bit about from back then to now. What are you up to these
So I'll
days?
make it like I'll say it like in a very small thing where I was a guy who would hop around different houses and train people at home.
Yeah.
I've sat outside in the shade outside the gate when
Yeah.
my client's not opening the door. I've sat inside the guard room.
Waking them up in the morning, being like,
Or
come on,
being
let's
there
get
and they're
going.
just busy because I was still making my name, and 10 years ago being a trainer was not that kind of a respectable job, you know. Now everyone's training, everyone's educated, but back then sadly it was, you know, even right now it's an industry that is still building.
Yeah.
So from hopping around different gyms to different houses to now I have my own personal training studio. I designed and I run all the gyms at Imar, their pools and the private beach now. So I'm really busy operating that, and I'm trying to focus on my Instagram when it comes to my workout plans and my meal plans. So I do have a good amount of following all
Yeah.
over Pakistan also, that every day I send my workouts, not just in Pakistan but in other countries too.
Yeah, the amount of people who are like, can you ask Hydro to train us? And I'm like, no, he's too cool for you. You can't do
Cool
it.
for you.
Like I've been training like since the past 11 years now. So, and you know, and I'm almost 36. So it takes a toll on you. You know, like when you have to be in front of your client, you need to be energized. You need to be in a vibe. You can't be like yawning and tired.
Yeah.
You know, and then I have a life also now.
Yeah.
You know, like I have to be home and I need to be some kind of like, you know, when you talk all day for like 12 hours, loud music and counting and rep and one more, three more. When you get home, you're like done.
Yeah.
You know, especially after food, you're like, this is not fair on her.
Yeah.
So, you know, now I'm focusing on other things as well. And so this is my little journey. And again,
It's commendable. So one of the things that we were actually talking about off camera earlier, that you are working towards building communities and that
Yes.
healthy living for
Of course.
communities,
Yeah.
which I think is very important because it's something that we forget. We
Yeah.
forget about community here in Pakistan. We forget where everyone just, because they're so busy
Correct.
chasing after that on that hamster wheel, chasing after all of these things. And
Yeah.
and Pakistan's not an easy place to
It's
live,
not
especially
easy.
for young people coming
Yeah.
up, especially for young couples also. It's not an easy place to live. And a lot of people, yes, are looking out, are looking at other opportunities also. But you are also actively, both of you, working here.
Yeah.
You've chosen to stay here. It's not like you don't have
No, of
opportunities
course, like, you know,
to
like
go.
earlier I said that when you get married, your purpose is to like keep your partner happy or just keep the relationship
Yeah.
happy,
Going.
right? The goal, right?
Yeah.
So when it comes to my clients, you know, like I have so many clients that start training with me, and down the line, a month or two, they're like, oh, Hydro, you know, I'm such a better husband now, or I'm such a better father, or I'm so much better at work. You know, that feeling, you know, feeds my soul.
Right.
You know, so it's all about that for me. So
Right.
I just want to focus on making a community where people are happier with themselves and with people that they're around.
Yeah.
So this is what I want to build. This
Right.
is my main goal. You know, like the physical aspect, the aesthetic aspect is a free package. You
Yeah.
will look good eventually.
Yeah.
But the way you start feeling from the inside and the endorphins, you know, you have this energy. Either you're going to use it, or if not, then you become frustrated.
Yeah.
You know, you don't release your endorphins. If you don't sleep at night, you won't, you know, your testosterone will drop. So all of that with training and with the work that I do helps the community in a lot of ways. I've had clients with depression. I've had clients who were suicidal, to be very honest. Parents came to me like, Hydro, please help. We've tried everything, medicines, therapies. We've been told, okay, maybe if this person starts training, and now like the dude is a trainer, bro. The
Right.
dude is like killing it.
Yeah.
You know, so these are the things that make me wake up in the morning and I'm like, okay, I have a purpose. Because if you don't have a purpose, then, you know, it gets hard.
How is it like training your
What
wife?
is your purpose in life? Hold on.
This is not your, like,
Well, I'm
we're
asking
not
you.
hosting this podcast.
What I'm asking you.
We can have this conversation off
No, but
camera.
I want to know right now.
What's my purpose in life?
Yes.
My purpose in life is to make a little bit of a difference, like leave a little bit of a mark.
And you are, to be very honest. Every
Well-
time I've met you, you've always made a difference, at least in my life. Be it
Aw,
from
sweet.
89, coming to the gym,
Couple
coming to
goals,
the...
couple,
No,
trouble,
but it's
trouble
true.
goals.
It's true. And you know what? The best thing about you is, even if when I meet you in a social gathering, you always bring the other person up. You make them feel so good about that, you know, about themselves. Like, you know, like even last time when I met you, you were like, Hydro, you're gonna kill it. You know, even right now when we were in the makeup room, you were
Yeah.
like, Hydro, I'm gonna give you this. You're gonna make this. You're gonna. And that's a gift that you have, that you make people feel so good about themselves.
Hydro,
So-
it was her question.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No,
Yes.
but I want him to answer it
No,
because just
but
like
it's
you,
true.
I can't answer it for myself.
Hydro has taken
I-
over the frickin' podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I wanted. He's the star of the podcast. We are just here.
Okay,
We're just
fine.
here. What's it like training your wife?
Oh, he hates it.
Okay, so when I got
He
to
hates it.
know her,
Yeah,
she trained for 3 months
Yeah.
straight.
yeah. This was pre-wife.
This was pre-wife.
Yeah,
Okay?
this was pre-wife.
When the wife happened, and then
So
it
she
not-
was on best behavior
No, 3
then.
months. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's do 3 months. She trained straight.
Yeah.
Then when I was locked, then okay.
What?
Wait. Then she stopped, and then she came to me before the shadi. Okay, Hydro, magic, please.
Yes.
What shadi?
I remember.
Before our shadi, you joined the gym again.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, fine.
Yes, you did.
Okay, and then
I
shadi
was there.
happened. Then I think it was, she only comes when we're about to go on vacations or if her birthday is coming in.
She comes with a purpose.
She comes for the purpose,
Yeah.
and she.
But you don't like training me.
No, I do love training you. Okay.
You don't. It's fine.
No,
Listen,
but
guys, you just
for-
put out a reel where the both of you were
No,
having
no,
a great
but
time.
okay, for
But
me.
that's all because Hydro's asking me to do
I'll
it.
tell you
If-
why. I'll tell you why. Because for me, okay, I'll give you my aspect also, but her problem
It's a
is.
simple yes or no answer.
I know. I'll tell you what the problem is. The problem is that she cannot differentiate, and I cannot differentiate between when she's on the floor. She
Yeah.
thinks I'm her husband, but I'm acting like a trainer, and I take her as a client, and this is a clash
can't
because I'll
switch
be
it
like,
on and
you can't
off.
take a break right now.
Yeah.
Do it, and I say it to my client, and my client has to listen to me. You know.
But she's like,
She's
but you're my
"Bhai,
husband,
tum
you can't
kahan-
talk to me
tum
like
kahan se
this.
aaye ho, bhai? I'm gonna take my break. My mom has called me. I'm going in. You know, and she's gonna come back 15 minutes. Like, Mishi, your body has cooled down. No, there's no point. Don't tell me what to do. You know. So it's fun. It's fun, but it is.
No, but then he.
It's challenging.
It is
But she's
challenging.
probably your hardest client because you have to go home and
now
still see
I've
her.
taught her everything. Now she knows how to
Okay.
train.
So,
She's
got
become
it.
best friends
And-
with all the trainers.
Yeah.
So now, when he
I've taken a
says,
step back.
I've taught her everything, which means I don't need to train her because to hell with that.
No,
He
I would
told me
love to
once.
train you.
No,
I would
he-
love to train you because I see so much potential. Like, look at you right now without even going to the gym regularly. You do.
I do go to the gym.
Yeah, that's what I said, regularly. Imagine if you like make this like your lifestyle. Oh my god. Like, dude, if I'm telling you, if she joins hands with me and becomes a trainer with me, even though it's a passion thing, if she doesn't like it, she
Maybe
doesn't
this
like-
should be a shared
But
couple
dude,
goal.
oh my
That should
god,
be.
it's my dream. It's my dream.
This is your shared
Yeah,
couple
you know, I
goal.
keep
Let's
sending
work
her-
towards
you know what I
this.
do?
So we've
I keep
just
sending her, like, after-
created one right now.
Yeah.
And we start manifesting.
Yeah.
That's what this podcast is all about.
It's all about that.
But hold that thought. Very good segue. You hate training me. Period.
No.
Yes.
Hardly a segue.
No, he just-
I'm going to now segue because I'm going to cut this conversation short because I know the mics are going to start flying next.
That was
Thank
terrible.
you.
Thank
And
you.
really not
so
fun.
much for doing this.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
I
us.
hope that you guys enjoyed it as much as I did.
loved
I
it.
loved
I
it.
have learned so much more about my friends today.
Yeah.
That things that I genuinely didn't know.
I've actually learned a lot about him also.
That's amazing.
And your
Exactly.
purpose in life.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I did not expect anything less from Ilham because she's so good at what you do.
Oh,
But,
Hydro's my biggest fan.
But I would just.
and also
I-
the biggest promoter of me just generally.
No, but it's true.
He's
and we clicked since
extremely
day
fond
one.
of
Like
you.
when I met
100%.
you, and then it was like, you know, and even Mishi would always tell me that Ilham doesn't open up that easily, and you know, and I don't know, like you guys, like you have a separate relationship with
We do.
Ilham, and we do, and I love that.
In fact, I was in the running to host your bachelor party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yes, I was. We discussed it. Me and Sarah.
But I would
We
love to
discussed it.
end at least my bit of the podcast by saying that for whoever's about to get married or who's married already, the best thing to work for a better relationship is to work as one unit. Don't get your egos in the middle and always be the bigger person. And one should know that this started with love. So you should solve everything that comes in your way with love. That's it. And if you do this, you are a winner.
I'm waiting for your book to come out next.
All right,
Okay.
so I would also take a
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Mishaal, can you top that?
I would just say to everybody, marriage is the best thing you can ever do for yourself. It's the best thing because it completes you in like the most mysterious yet the best way possible. And have fun, live every day like it's your last. It sounds very cliche, but it's extremely, extremely true. Live it up, have fun, and who doesn't want friends? And they're meant to be your best friend because they're also your family. So do it.
Thank
Lovely.
you, Lam. Thank you so
On that
much.
note,
On that note,
thank you so much for inspiring me, for inspiring all of those out there. You guys really, truly are couple goals.
Thank you.
Also, I really appreciated the fact that you came repping 89.
Of course, music I love.
Number one fan
Yes,
here.
Of course.
yeah.